Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy JD and I'm back in another video at the top below guys. We about to get up into this cause y'all know Storytime Mondays is back. Yes, finally Storytime Mondays is back. I know y'all been missing me. I know that's where I started off at, but you know it's time to pick it back up. I had to take a little break from Storytime Mondays because I was telling y'all a little bit too much story times, and baby, I needed to live life. I needed to experience some motherfucking things so I can come back to you guys and be like, I got some whole new fucking story times. Good ass story times. I might add, if you have not seen the track list, the track list of the Storytime Mondays, go over to my Facebook, JD the Ace, or go over to my Instagram, JD_the_Ace. Or go ahead and go over to my TikTok at JD Swirl. It'll be up there. Y'all will see all the TikTok. Y'all see all the different story times that's coming out. What days and everything. Everything's gonna have a different time. But one story time will be posted every goddamn Monday. And we finna get into this. It's gonna be content after content after content. And I hope you guys are ready for that. But I know I'm doing a little bit too much talking. Y'all here because of the motherfucking title. That's what y'all here for. So before I get into this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share channel with your friends, your family, guys. And let's get straight up into this. This is going to be the story time about the drug deal going wrong with the neighbors, child. Lord, I ain't even been in this apartment a full year yet and some shit going down in here. But let's get into this, y'all. Let me give y'all some backstory. Let me give the neighbor a name. Let me give him a code name. We gonna call him Mr. Smith. We just gonna call him Mr. Smith. We're there. That's what we just gonna call him Mr. Smith. So that's what the neighbor name. The neighbor name is Mr. Smith. This is just a random day, y'all. Mind you, this is a random day. I had decided, maybe I think this was 3 or 4 months into me moving into this new apartment. And I went out because I was like, you know what? I was cleaning the apartment out again. And I was redecorating a little bit. And I was throwing some of the stuff out that I brought here and replacing it for new stuff. So I was taking out the trash this particular day. And I'm taking out the trash. I threw the trash out. Then I get in the car. I go to Dollar Tree because I wanted to get a couple things from Dollar Tree, y'all. Y'all know, y'all gotta get y'all coin. You know what I mean? But I mean, a good buck and saving. But I went to Dollar Tree. I came back from Dollar Tree. I had more trash to take out. So I came back in with my bags, put my bags back on the table, y'all. I went back outside with the trash. Mind you, this is the keeper. I went back outside for the second time with the trash. I walk out the door. Mind you, there is a guy standing by the front door. He's standing there. He got a ski mask on. I didn't really see what he looked like, but he had a ski mask on. He was standing by the door as I was coming out to take out the trash for the second time. So I'm I'm a little paranoid a little bit. So I open up the door. I go take the trash out, but I make sure I stand by there a little bit, without making it awkward because I'm trying to make sure the door closed or whatever. But I'm guessing, I thought I saw the door closed, but I don't think the door closed. I'm guessing the door ain't closed all the way. And I'm going to tell y'all why. So I walk to the trash can. I take out the trash. I'm coming back. And mind you, I don't think I was out there taking out the trash for more than 2 or 3 minutes. And this is why I say this shit unraveled really quickly. So I came back in, and I came back in, I put my music back on, playing it on 100, gotta get the music ready. And I just hear da 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 da, like a knock on the door. Mind you, I was like, I'm not gonna answer the door, because at first I was listening to music, I thought it was just maybe the music. So I stood there in the kitchen for a minute, because I was cleaning the kitchen. I was stood there in the kitchen for a minute, and I listened. Then hear it again. Then I heard dun 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 after I turned the music back on again. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just the music. Mind you, he knocked 3 times. And then I finally paused the music again. Then I heard him knock again. So when I heard him knock again, Mind you, I'm cleaning, so I just got on like one of those. I got a long t-shirt on. I'm not gonna lie to you, a long t-shirt and some drawers. I'm just cleaning shit. So I had to go put on some shorts, so that I could answer the door. I opened the door because at first I looked at the peephole. Nobody was at the peephole, so I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So I opened up the door. I said, who is it? Nobody's there. But he heard me open up the door. Mind you, I've never had like too many interactions with Mr. Smith, like the neighbor. I really never had too many interactions. Like the first day I moved in, he came over here, he did introduce himself, and he was like, oh, if you ever need anything, I'm right across the hall. If the dog is too loud, just tell the dog to shut the fuck up. The rundown. But so I was not thinking that this was gonna be some shit. So when he come to the door again and I opened it, he said, hey man, I'm just trying to see if I can use your phone. I'm like, I didn't want to let him use my phone. But I was like, what, let me be a kind-hearted person. Cause if I look at one of the other story times, baby, I was up in this bitch with no phone. So I know the pain, I know the struggle. He was like, this man just stole my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? So mind you, I let him use my phone, but I'm not gonna go too far away because I'm gonna stand right there because I'm not gonna give you my phone and then walk away. Like, baby, you about to steal my shit? I work too hard for my shit now. So I stood right there, but I'm not trying to like stare in his face. So I'm like by the door on the other side of the door so he can't really see my facial expressions or whatever. So I hear him call. He rang up the phone. He said, hey, Ma. He didn't came and took my stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? But mind you, I'm like, is the neighbor gay? Because I saw him over there with his girlfriend, but he was like, he hit me and like the neighbors, and like he took my phone. So I'm thinking like, is the nigga gay? But then I'm like, nah, he was talking about somebody else. He was like, the nigga came and took my phone about what you owe him. Now my ears perk up. I said, what you mean? What you owe him? But I'm still not trying to be nosy or be in your business. And he was like, you need to order me a new phone. And then he just hung up the phone. He thanked me for letting me use his phone, and he went back to his apartment. So I closed the door. I'm still like, what the fuck? I'm still a little confused by that. So, but I'm finishing cooking. I turn my music back on. He come knocking on the door again. Do. And she said, is there any way I can use your phone again? I'm like, okay, give him the phone again. He called up his mom again. He like, oh, I gave him my my wallet, my debit card, and I gave him the pin to the debit card. I said, he gave him the pin to the debit card. So now I'm putting it together. He told me the man robbed him. He said because of what you owe him, like you need to. He was like, I just got out of this shit and you got me back in this. Like, he yelling on the phone. Tell her, I'm like, oh, damn, like, this got to be serious. So now I just say, damn, that's a lot going on. I just was like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And he just like, he was like, well, man, he said my mom borrowed some pain medication from this man for her hip surgery. I said, hold on, because you're not getting, what you mean he fronted her some pain pills? I'm like, that can't add up. What kind of pain pills is he fronting? You said the doctor was prescribing her, but the prescription went out with the doctor. So I'm thinking like, what kind of pain pills? Bitches, you want Oxy? Yeah. I don't know what it was. I ain't bothering to ask, but he was like, yeah, she had fronted some pills from him, but she ain't pay him. So now I'm going back in my mind. I'm like, I wonder if that was that man that was standing outside, because he was in a ski mask and he did have a duffel bag. And I'm like, damn, did he just go up in there, take his shit, and then leave? Like, but I didn't even see the man leave, so I don't know. Like, that's why I'm confused. And then also I feel like I saw the door close, so I'm trying to figure out how he got back in the building. How did you let him in the building? Because that's the only way he could have got in the building. Because I swear I saw the door close. But like, once again, I'm like, I'm not sure. So he give me the rundown. He like, yeah, and she ain't paid him. And like, I just got out of this shit. And now she got me back in this bullshit. I was like, oh, damn, that's a lie. He go back to his apartment. He said, if she called back, can you please come to my apartment and let me know? Mind you, he already telling his mom. He told his mom the second time he was on the phone, like, you do not be calling the cops. Do not be filing a police report. So the mom called back. I'm like, first, for one, we not finna do fucking phone tag. First of all, I'm in here trying to clean my apartment. I'm not playing phone tag with a motherfucker. So she called me again. I didn't answer because I was like, I'm not finna stop my cleaning to go over there to, give him the phone. So she called the first time. She called the second time. Second time she called, he just happened to be knocking on the door. So I gave him the phone, said, she calling you. And now he yelling on the phone with her telling him, just get over here and order me a new phone, because this shit is unnecessary. I don't got no phone. And just because you want to get pain pills from this nigga. I'm like, hold on. First of all, actually, let me rewind because he didn't say nigga because he is white. If he said nigga, we would have had a motherfucking issue. And this bitch. But you know what I mean? He just say, from this guy. Mind you, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, should I tell him that I seen that man outside? But then again, I'm like, I don't know if that was him because it could have been a totally different person. I really could have. Just a coincidence. So, mind you, the mom texting me, she like, oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what's going on. I really think I should file a police report. Like, she's texting me this. I'm like, ma'am, I texted back and said, ma'am, that don't got nothing to do with me. I was just letting him use my phone. I don't know what y'all got going on over there, but that don't got nothing to do with me, baby. Because it don't. And I sent the message. Then she gonna ask me, oh my God, I'm scared for his life. What did he look like when you last saw him? Baby, I don't know. I don't know. I said, baby, I'm leaving my apartment. I'm not even there anymore. You continue to keep calling my phone. You texting my phone. I don't got nothing to do with that, baby. You need to leave that over there, mamas. I just back said, yeah, I would greatly appreciate you to stop texting my phone because that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what y'all got going on. But he had the nerve to still come back over here to tell me, oh, well, he sold my phone. He got the money out of my bank account. We all good and everything. He made sure he came back over here to tell me that we was all good and everything. But I'm still thinking like, that's some shit. Like, what you mean y'all getting pain pills and he came over to collect because she ain't paid? I was like, baby, I just moved in the apartment 4 months. I wasn't expecting this type of shit out here. Like, I was expecting that shit in the city. That's some ghetto shit. But that ain't none of my business. But short story short, why later on, like fast forward a week later, I'm coming in the house and I'm unlocking my door and I hear the dog, right? Mind you, that neighbor has a big ass dog. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, when all this shit was happening, where the fuck was the dog at? Because the dog barked for anything. So the dog wasn't barking, the dog didn't attack the man. What's going on here? Something ain't adding up here. But I just had to get up on here and tell y'all that because I was flabbergasted. I really was. I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your family and friends, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this story in the comments. And also, y'all, I can't wait for all the story times. And we about to get into some new content. So, new podcast coming called Unscripted and Unbothered. No, it's called Unbothered and Unscripted. Baby, with my co-host, Young Smez. We also have other guests. So if you guys want to pop up on that podcast, make sure y'all let me know in the comments, guys. And we are on the road to 1K subscribers. And we also are doing a promo sale for my website. So if you haven't already, JDA's Experience, y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, Ace Mob. I love you guys. Mwah.